You are born in 1998, in Aleppo, in a city so old it remembers empires that no longer exist. Your mother names you after your grandfather. Your father says the name sounds like something that will last. The apartment is small, but it is yours. 3 rooms, a kitchen that smells like cumin and something frying, a window that faces another window across a narrow street. You know the neighbors by the sound of their television. You know the city by the sound of the call to prayer echoing off the stone walls at 5 in the morning. This is normal. This is everything. Your father works at a textile factory. He leaves before you wake up and comes back smelling like cotton and machine oil. He is not a rich man. He is not trying to be. He brings home enough. He brings home bread and sometimes fruit, and on Fridays he brings home something sweet wrapped in paper. Your mother does not work outside the home. This is not unusual here. She manages everything inside it, which is a different kind of work, the kind that has no end and no name. You have one older sister. Her name means patience. She will need it. The school is a 10-minute walk. You go with the neighbor's son, a boy named Tariq who talks too much and is afraid of dogs. You are not afraid of dogs. This makes you feel slightly superior. You are 7 years old, and this is the kind of thing that matters when you are 7. The classroom has 40 students. The teacher is a woman named Ustaza Hanan, who smells like rosewater and has a voice that can silence 40 children with 1 syllable. You are a little afraid of her. You are also a little in love with her, the way that 7-year-olds are in love with teachers, which is to say completely and without any understanding of what that means. You learn to read Arabic. You learn the alphabet like a song. Aleph, Ba, Ta. Your mother tests you at the kitchen table while she cooks. She got through 6th grade before her family needed her elsewhere. She wants more for you. She does not say this directly. She says it by sitting next to you while you do homework. She says it by the way she watches you read. Aleppo in 2005 is not a war zone. Aleppo in 2005 is a city of 2 million people who wake up, drink tea, argue about football, buy vegetables, complain about prices, fall in love, get angry, forgive each other, and go to sleep. There is a government. The government has been the same government for a long time. You do not think about this. You are 7. You think about football and whether Tariq will share his bread at lunch. The city is ancient, older than most countries. The citadel on the hill has been there for 4,000 years. You have walked past it so many times it has become invisible. The way things become invisible when they have always been there. You will think about this later, the way you stopped seeing it. Your teenage years arrive the way they do everywhere. Awkward, loud inside your head and quiet outside. You grow taller than your father by 14. He seems proud of this and annoyed by it at the same time. You are good at mathematics. Your teacher tells your parents this at a school meeting, and your father comes home and says nothing but buys you a new notebook the next day. This is how he says he is proud, through objects, through small gestures that you will only understand decades later. You want to be an engineer. You have wanted this since you were 9 and watched someone fix the elevator in your building. The way a broken thing could be understood. The way understanding it meant you could fix it. You do not know yet that some broken things cannot be fixed. You are 14. You still believe in the solvability of problems. You are 12 years old. Tunisia is happening, then Egypt. Your father watches the news every night with his tea going cold next to him. You ask him what is happening. He says, people want change. You ask if Syria will change. He looks at you for a moment in a way that is hard to describe. Not scared, not confident, something in between. He says, "Go do your homework." You go do your homework. 2011 begins. In March, there are protests in Daraa, a city in the south. Boys your age wrote something on a wall. You do not know what they wrote. You hear later. What you know is that something happens to them after. Something that makes their families go into the streets. The streets become a place where something is happening. You are not sure what. The adults in your life speak in the kind of low voices people use when they do not want to explain things to children. You are 13. You are not a child. You understand more than they think. Your father says it will be resolved. Your mother does not say anything. Your mother starts buying extra rice and oil and storing it in the back of the kitchen cupboard. You notice this. You do not ask about it. By the end of 2011, the protests have spread. Aleppo is quiet longer than other cities. Aleppo is a trading city, a business city, a city that prefers stability. But stability is not the same as peace, and eventually, that difference becomes impossible to ignore. Your father stops going to work some days. The factory has problems. Supply chains, he says. You do not fully understand supply chains. You understand that there is less money coming in, and your mother is looking at prices in the market more carefully than before. Your sister is 18. She was supposed to start university this year. She does not start university this year. 2012. The sound comes at night at first, far away, like thunder, but wrong. The wrong kind of wrong, the kind your body knows before your brain does. Your mother comes to your room. She sits on the edge of your bed without turning on the light. She does not say anything. She puts her hand on your back. This becomes a ritual. The sound, her hand, the dark room. You are 14. You have an exam on Thursday about the history of the Umayyad Caliphate. You study for it anyway, because not studying feels like admitting that the exam will not happen. The exam does not happen. By 2013, the city is divided. This is not a metaphor. The city is literally divided. There is a front line. On one side, government forces. On the other side, opposition. The front line moves. Some days it moves toward you, some days away from you. You learn to judge which direction the sound is coming from and what that means for whether you go outside today. You go outside less. The school closes, then reopens, then closes again. Your teacher, Ustaza Hanan, left 3 months ago. You hear she went to Turkey. You hear her husband was detained. You do not hear what happened after that. Your father finds work driving a truck. It is dangerous work. Everything is dangerous now. Staying home is dangerous. The difference between kinds of dangerous has collapsed into a single constant condition. You learn to sleep with noise. You learn to eat when food is available, rather than when you are hungry. You learn that the body adjusts to things you did not think the body could adjust to. This is not inspiring. It is simply true. Your uncle leaves in 2013. He takes his family and goes to Lebanon. He calls your father and says, "Come." Your father says, "Not yet." He believes the city can be held. He believes in the city the way people believe in things they have built their whole life around. The city is his entire reference point for who he is. Leaving it means becoming someone he does not know how to be. Your mother says nothing in the conversation. After the call, she goes to the kitchen and you hear the sound of dishes being moved. This is what she does when she is afraid. She organizes things. You are 16. You have not been to school in 8 months. You spend your days in the apartment or in the stairwell, which is more protected than the rooms with windows. You read everything in the apartment. Your father's old technical manuals, a novel your sister was reading for university that she will never finish, the backs of food packages. Your mind is still working. This is the strange thing. The emergency of everything around you, and your mind still wants to be fed, still asks questions, still runs calculations. You think about the elevator repairman from when you were 9. You think about the idea that broken things can be understood. You apply this to everything happening around you and find that it does not work. That some broken things have too many variables. That some broken things are broken by design. 2014. Your father is gone for 3 days on a delivery. He comes back thinner. He does not say where he went. Your mother does not ask in front of you. At night you hear them talking. You cannot hear the words. You hear the tones, the low, serious tones of people making a decision. A week later, your father says, "We are going to Turkey." You pack one bag. You take your mathematics notebooks. You take a photograph of the apartment building from before the war that you found in your mother's things. You take a jacket, even though it is July, because someone told your father it is cold where you are going. You leave before sunrise. You do not say goodbye to the apartment. You are 16, and you think this is practical. You do not understand yet that you are saying goodbye. That is the mercy of not understanding. You get it later. You get it all later. The road out is not one road. It is a series of checkpoints, detours, long stretches of silence in the back of a truck, waiting, then moving, then waiting again. Your mother holds your sister's hand, your father drives. You look out the back of the truck at the city getting smaller. Aleppo in the distance looks almost like it always looked. From far enough away, the damage is invisible. From far enough away, it still looks like the city of 4,000 years. The citadel is still on the hill. You watch it until you cannot see it anymore. Turkey. The camp is outside a city called Gaziantep. It is organized. There is food. There is a medical tent. There are other families sitting in configurations that look exactly like your family sitting, in a tight, small group, not taking up more space than necessary, watching everything around them with the particular alertness of people who have learned that stillness is safer than movement. You are given a number. The number corresponds to a tent. The tent is yours. This is how belonging works now. You belong to a tent. You belong to a number. Your father looks at the number on the paper for a long time. He has never been a number before. He has always been a name in a city, a name with a history. Here he is a number with a case file. The camp has a school. You go the first day because you do not know what else to do with yourself. The teacher is a young Syrian man who studied engineering in Aleppo before the war. He teaches mathematics and physics in a tent with a whiteboard that blows in the wind. You sit in the front row. He sees this. He teaches to you specifically sometimes, the way teachers do when they find a student who makes the teaching feel worthwhile. After class, he says you should apply for the accelerated program. He says there is an organization that helps students continue their education. You say you will think about it. You go back the next day, and the day after that. The camp is not a permanent solution. This is what everyone says. No one defines permanent. In the meantime, you are here. In the meantime, your father finds work at a textile factory in Gaziantep. Different country, same machines, same cotton smell. He does not say what he thinks about this. He goes to work. He comes back. He eats dinner. He watches Turkish news he does not fully understand and says nothing. Your mother misses her kitchen. This sounds small. It is not small. Her kitchen was the place where she was fully herself. where she knew every shelf, every pot, every witch burner ran hot. Here, she has a camp kitchen shared with 12 families. She cooks anyway. She makes things taste like home, using different versions of the same ingredients. This is a form of genius that no one will ever give her credit for. Your sister meets a young man from Homs in the camp. Your father says, "Too soon." Your mother says nothing. Your sister says nothing. But you see the way she looks when the young man passes, and you understand that something about normal life is trying to reassert itself. The way plants grow through concrete, the way people insist on being people, even inside a number. You are 17, 18. The years in the camp have a strange quality. They are simultaneously very long and very short. Long because each day is the same, and sameness stretches time. Short because you are young, and the young move faster through time than they understand. You finish the accelerated program. The organization connects you with a scholarship application for a university in Ankara. You fill out the forms in the tent with a flashlight because the electricity is unreliable. You write the application essay in Arabic, and someone translates it. You write about the elevator repairman. You write about the idea that broken things can be understood. 3 months later, you receive a letter. You have been accepted. Ankara is a different world. Not a better world, necessarily. A different one. There are buildings that were not bombed. There are buildings that were not bombed. There are cafes where people sit and drink tea and talk about ordinary things. There are students who are stressed about exams in the way that people are stressed when exams are the worst thing happening to them. You do not know how to explain to them what stress looks like when it is not about exams. You do not try. You study engineering. You are very good at it. Your professors notice. One of them asks where you are from. You say Syria. He nods slowly, the way people nod when they are trying to show they understand something they do not understand. You are 19. You live in a student dormitory that is smaller than your family's apartment in Aleppo, but which you have entirely to yourself. The first night, you cannot sleep because it is too quiet. You have not slept in real quiet in 4 years. You call your mother every Sunday. She asks if you are eating. You say yes. She does not believe you. You are not entirely lying. You are eating. You are just not eating the way she means. Your father gets on the phone sometimes. He asks about your studies. You tell him about your projects. He listens in a way that makes it clear he is proud, and the way that makes it clear that pride is not the only thing he is feeling. He is feeling the distance. He is feeling the particular sorrow of a father who wanted to give his child a path, and who found the path destroyed, and who watched his child find a different path, and who cannot decide if that means he succeeded or failed. He succeeded. He will never know this clearly enough. Aleppo falls. You watch it on your laptop in your dormitory room. You watch the footage of the places you know. The street where you walk to school. The market where your mother bought vegetables. The citadel on the hill. The citadel is damaged. 4,000 years and it is damaged. You sit in the dormitory room for a long time after you close the laptop. You do not cry. You are past the stage of crying. You are in a different stage, the stage that comes after, the stage that does not have a good name, the stage where the thing you already knew was gone becomes officially gone, and there is no longer anything to hope will return. You call your mother. She has already heard. She is quiet on the phone. You are quiet. You stay on the line for a long time, both of you in your different rooms in your different countries, connected by the silence of people who have lost the same thing. You graduate in 2021. You are 23. There is a ceremony. You sit in a row of students in rented gowns. Your parents are not there. They are still in Turkey. The border has been complicated. The paperwork has been complicated. Everything has been complicated for so long that complicated has become the normal texture of your life. A professor shakes your hand and gives you the diploma. You look at it for a moment. Engineer. Your name. The university's seal. You think about the elevator repairman. You think about being 9 years old and believing that understanding a broken thing meant you could fix it. You are 23, and you know now that this is sometimes true and sometimes not true, and that the wisdom is in knowing which situation you are in, that some things can be fixed, that some things are beyond fixing, that the hardest work is learning to hold both of those truths at the same time, without letting either one destroy you. You find work in Istanbul, an engineering firm that builds water treatment infrastructure, clean water systems for cities. You think about this sometimes, that you spend your days making sure that water reaches people, that the most basic thing reaches people. You send money home every month. Your parents are still in Gaziantep. Your father still works at the factory. Your mother still makes the apartment smell like cumin and frying. Your sister is married now to the young man from Homs. They have a daughter. Your niece was born in Turkey and speaks Turkish better than Arabic. She will grow up not remembering Syria. You do not know if this is a loss or a mercy. You think it might be both. Some nights you look up Aleppo on your phone. Not the news, not the politics, just images, before and after. You look at the before images for a long time. The market, the citadel, the old city, the narrow streets, the window that faced another window, the cumin smell of the kitchen. You remember the apartment, not perfectly, imperfectly. The way memory works, filling in the missing parts with what you expect rather than what was. You remember it as a place where nothing bad happened yet, which is only true in the sense that all places are that before they are not. You are 26. You have a good job. You have a small apartment in Istanbul with a window that faces a street where people walk and drink tea and argue about football. You speak Turkish now without thinking about it. You dream in Arabic. You think in both. You are not Syrian in the way you were Syrian. You are not Turkish. You are something that does not have a flag yet. Something that exists in the space between what you were and what you became because of what happened. Aleppo is still there. Parts of it are rebuilt. People have gone back. You have not gone back. You are not sure you could stand what it would feel like to see the before through the frame of the after. Maybe one day. Maybe you go back when your niece is old enough to understand what she is seeing. When you can show her the citadel on the hill that has survived 4,000 years. When you can say, this is where your family is from. This is older than everything that happened to it. This is still here. So are you. You were born in Aleppo, Syria, in 1998. Your city was older than most countries. You carry it with you. So far.